Hello gamers and welcome back to Let's Play Battle Brothers with the Blazing Deserts DLC. First of all, thanks again for everyone who is watching this, it's very much appreciated. And I did get another piece of advice, this time by Eternal, who suggested after watching episode 5 that I should get some pole arms for the second row, for example the two-handed pole mace, and I think that's a good idea. As you've by now seen in the last episode, episode 6, which I had already recorded, I went for the for Hunker, a hunter who has a bow, even a hunting bow, so he comes with good equipment. And yeah, I've got so many people, and my strategy now was to kind of overwhelm the opponent a little bit, get this nice surround bonus. And so far this has worked quite nicely, but the thing is I can field 16 guys, and so that's 13, so I definitely need guys for the second row now. Also, it helps if you fight against a few opponents only, that I can, let's say like 3 tough guys, so I can get in the hits much faster with one of the second row guys, like a pole mace. Or even a pitchfork like this guy. And yeah, but the difficulty is obviously the financial stuff. Now I have a financial problem, and also that you need to consider. I went for the bow first because you need a bow guy, because if they have a bow guy and or ranged guy, and you don't have one, they won't necessarily approach, but they will attack you from the distance. I'll give him a shield actually to play it safe. Yeah, he keeps the net. So you definitely need bow guys. I even need a second bow guy, I think, to have a numerical superiority with regard to ranged guys. Pole weapons or second row weapons, but the pitchfork tend to be pricey, but that's actually what I need to get. Let's just find, out of curiosity, take a quick look. I could get a pitchfork here now for 82 crowns. It's damaged, but still I think it might be viable to get one. I have crowns for 2 more days, and 6,700. I think if I sold some of these, I can afford it. Okay, now I need to sell something. 124. Let's sell this shield. Okay. How is 129 not good enough for 120? Oh, I need 134. Let's sell one of these heads. Okay, we've got provisions for 2 days, and now we can actually give one of our guys the pitchfork. I wonder whom though. It should be like a very good guy, slave melee, another slave melee, because that helps leveling him up. He is pretty decent, but he's got the equipment. Let's keep him there. Let's use him. He's got the decent skills, very decent here with melee defense as well. So let's put him in the second row. Everyone has a head. Okay. Now let's see if we can get a contract done. What's the contract? Okay, we need to hunt prey. The Gravedigger paid in advance. Okay. I'm all ears. Okay, we need to transport. It's a cargo delivery. Let's talk money. It doesn't pay that much. 300 crowns. Let's accept it. And it's only a 1-day delivery. I get 300 crowns. And I pay 67 per day, so that's a good thing. And I obviously have to pay for food. Let's accept the contract. But I'm going to be attacked for sure. I wonder if the shortest way is actually straight down through the desert. Also, I've done a video about the retinue on my channel, where I just read out all the guys for the retinue. You can take a look at that if you're interested in the characters you can recruit, including, I think, 3 female characters. The serpent is scared. Or the serpents rather, and it's 4. And they grow in numbers, it would seem. I wouldn't mind not being attacked. But I'd prefer to arrive at daytime, so I can do some shopping if need be, but I don't really need anything. Unless they had cheap medical supplies. Crowns well deserved. Let's take a look. We're good with food for 3 more days. Tools and supplies are rather cheap. Oh, that's a nice bow, the composite bow. There's some decent armor we could get. But we are running out of money. The light southern mace is very good actually. And I think they had this pitchfork here, didn't they? Yeah, a war fork. Spear 2-handed, range of 2 tiles. Well, if I hadn't bought the pitchfork, I could have maybe afforded it, but I'd have to pay 257. Let's sell one of the spears. Actually, let's get it. We've still got coins for 2 days. I'll give it to the better guy. 40 to 60 damage as opposed to 30 to 50. And we can give it to another guy eventually. Or maybe even move one back right now. For example, him. There we go. I won't give him a close range. Well, I actually need a spear guy on the sides. So I think he would go in a second row. And let's give him the... Oh, that was the wrong one. Where is it? Oh no, that was correct, wasn't it? No, it was correct. Okay. We've got these 2 guys. Let's put them maybe like so. He's got the better... No, that was my archer. What the hell am I doing? He goes here. And I will place this one in this position. Alright. That should do the trick. I'm not going to recruit anyone, obviously. Let's take a look at the contracts. Another delivery. 60 in advance, 230 when the job is done. Let's do it. Let's go back to Sandheim. Traveling back and forth, maybe. And we're only paying 67 crowns. Okay, that's good. But I wouldn't mind taking on 4 serpents. I think that's from the serpent before. An ambition fulfilled. That's fantastic. Yazir is now even content. Deciding that Sandheim is a good place to invest your efforts, you decide to offer the protection of the company. So we've gained renown, and that's basically, they are now our friends, so this will help us. Okay, let's not continue that. Where's the faction screen? Factions and relations, there we go, Sandheim is friendly. Delivered some cargo, protected a caravan as promised. We're such good guys. They've got Gandalf in charge. There are some more tracks. Trading caravan. I don't mind just, you know, getting some coins right now. There we go. But I fear there's no contract now. No, there's not. But they had another contract down here, so actually we spent like 134, got 290. That's okay, and maybe, just maybe, we can catch something in the desert. Let's maybe go here a little bit. Said Ibn Arsili has always been a bit tight with how much he eats. You're not sure if it's part of some religious rite, a sense of duty, or he's just not a big eater. Regardless, the lack of food has weakened the man, and you find him barely able to sit upright on a log. I think he's Spartan or something. Let's leave him be. You decide that the man has probably been through this before and decide to leave him be. A few moments later you catch him walking and talking just fine. In fact, he gets around pretty well for a man who eats so lightly. So let's take a look at this Said guy. Yeah, he is Spartan. Maybe we could have deleted his Spartan trait by talking to him differently. I think it looks like someone has been hunting monsters. The 3rd Regiment of Kadim. Let's go to Kadim. There's nothing left for us to do, I'd assume. And we need food and coin. What's the contract? Aha, a caravan. And they pay for us to Tava. That's the western city-state. Let's talk money. 720 crowns. Let's obviously accept. Provisions are provided. I like that you see that. That has been introduced with a patch some time ago, or DLC. That you actually see how long it takes and you get the provisions. Before that, you didn't really know how long it takes, I think, and you had to pay for your own provisions, and you might run out of provisions, and you know, I accept the contract. We could think about it and take a look at this contract as well, but we'll just do it because I think it's decent, and we might have to fight against rogues or something. Sitting and jesting. What's our new ambition going to be? We need a battle standard so that we are recognized from afar. Having one be made is costly, so we shall gather 2,000 crowns for this. Or let us seek fame and fortune, fighting before crowds that chant our names. So that's arena fighting. So we can get that even though we have no gladiators. Maybe it unlocks if you get like some level 3 guys or something. Because with the gladiator original story you start with level 3. And you can right away pick it. There's lots of crowns to be made with trading between towns. Let's earn a fortune. Buy and sell 25 items of trading goods. No, we don't have much coin yet. Or discover a ruin camp or other hostile location on your own by exploring the land, destroy it and take the plunder. We won't do that yet. We'll go for the battle standard. We get the unique item as well. And additional resolve. Yeah, we need a battle standard. It's good for second line as well. And we need to decide to get someone with high resolve who can then also become our sergeant. Ah, I would have loved to hunt the snake, the serpent. Now we have no control. We also should visit Glansburg at some point, but they don't have they don't offer contracts for us because it's a burg or a castle, a stone keep. I really wonder where the other city is. Is it not connected? Or is it maybe over here somewhere? Financially, this episode is promising, but unfortunately, there are no fights yet. You gain 720 crowns. We won't go into the arena yet, because the arena fights can be tough, in particular the third one I had in my Gladiator Origin on stream. Oh, there are lots of in debt that I could buy. Might even be worth looking at their skills. I could go for yet another one. I've got the means. Could go for the detailer, a servant. They would not be worth it, I think. Maybe a servant. In order to, you know, whip the guys. Have him in the second line as well. I think that's not a bad idea. And then the better guys can focus on fighting a bit more. Let's hire him. Yeah, his attacking skill is okay, melee defense is okay. He's got some clothes. He'll get a fitting headgear and he'll go in the second line and he can go back to frontline duty. Oops, so we've got a full front line. Now I wonder if I should, just in case, give the archer some spare arrows. Doesn't affect fatigue, okay. One easy contract, another caravan duty. 30 crowns, we need to be paid more, okay, 130. I accept the offer. It's just a day travel and we get to see Glanzberg, so let's do it. And let's actually... Oh, Unholz, they are super tough. Let's actually hope we get attacked by something we can defeat. We won't be able to take a contract here. You gain 130 crowns and they are well supplied. You meet a monk on the roads and with him is a donkey-pulled cart. The poor draught animal carrying its head low in mute exhaustion. Broom straw and virid moss are strung up to one side of the cart, both twisting eagerly in the very winds that dried them. And some pots and pans clatter like rustic wind chimes as the modest wares come to a bumbling stop. A barrel totters on the edge of the cart's bed and a couple of bees sway to keep up, poking and prodding as at its cracks with thirsty curiosity. The monk lifts the wool hat up out of his face, but the lip of it folds back down over his eyes. He takes it off altogether and passes a sleeve across his brow. Carrying a jolly smile, he seems not at all disturbed by the veritable living armory standing before him. Evening, gents. Don't suppose you're the kind to march beneath the Lord's banner. You look like sellswords to me. What is it you carry? I was thinking you'd ask. This here's Bessie, a cow's name for a donkey's ass. Don't worry, she won't kick ye. She's all hauled out, see? What she carry? Well, that's beer. For men yonder, so that they may drink to men above. If ye don't mind, or if ye don't mind my business, I'd like to get on where I be going. The monk picks up the reins of his jenny as he readies to start moving. How many crowns for a round of beer? Yeah, let's ask him. You hold up your hand, stopping the monk before he can get going again. He sighs, slowly lowering the reins out of his hand, feeling as though he may be getting the wrong impression. You quickly ask if maybe he has beer to spare for your man. That's super important. You are more than willing to pay. The monk looks back at his stock for a moment, then turns around. Aye, damn it, to hells. The gods wouldn't be happy with your money crossing me palms. If you fight the good fight, then I bid you to take some for free. But not all of it, of course. You thank the monk for his generosity and order your men to be modest with their drinking. As a few brothers circle around the cask, the monk throws his hands up. Don't mind the bees round the top. They'll scurry when you come. But if you scurry, then they scurry. They'll scurry after you. Strange little gits. Yeah, we actually have bees, so we are like beekeepers. And they're fascinating creatures. I've got like 5 hives. 6 now. Okay, they're in good spirit, nice. Let's enter this place. We can't get a contract here. We could get a dog. They are worth a lot and we can get them for really cheap. Let's buy 2. And give it to, let's say, him. And use him as a backup dog. Who did I give the dog to? Well, let's give it to the good guys, so I better know who has them. Okay, we need to keep some coin as well. Oh, look at this, there's a Fletcher, so we can presumably get very cheap ammo here. It's a good place. So refugee, very cheap. Interesting place. Snapper the War Dog. Dash the War Dog. There's some very good armor here as well. Yeah, but we can't really afford much now. So question is where to go, to be honest. I think our only path can take us here because there was one contract left to do. And then there's only north we can go. I wouldn't mind exploring this, but not with that little food. Oh, there are some nomads. We will have a fight after all, but considering the time, we'll have it in the next episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until then, bye for now.